Yo, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to another bit of action channel. Of course, we're back for another reaction. Now, y'all already know what's gonna happen, what's gonna be said. We back for the Joyner Lucas album reaction, and today we're gonna be reacting to Joyner Lucas' Free Little Pigs. I feel like Joyner's gonna call people out in this one. I don't know. I don't know. Free Little Pig sounds like Joyner's gonna like name drop someone or call someone out or talk his shit, at least on this song. And that's what we gonna find out. But y'all already know, if you've been here before, y'all know the process. We gotta spread that positivity. So as we always do, hope y'all have an amazing day. If you're not, switch that shit the fuck around, start having an amazing day. Always try and spread positive vibes, entertain, have fun on this channel, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the fun and the vibes. Now remember, if y'all fuck with a vibe, like, comment, and subscribe. Links up here and down below. You want vlogs, IRL content, Undisputed Vlogs, you want gamer content, Undisputed Gamer, you want Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, all up here and down below. If you want to see me do more than just react, I really would appreciate it. But for now, Joyner Lucas, Free Little Pigs.
You know you're supposed to be asleep, right? You're getting too old for these bedtime stories, too.
Okay.
But alright, I'm gonna read you a story. But you gotta make a deal with me, though. After I read you this, you're going to bed. That's the deal?
Oh, God.
So the story right here is called The Three Little Pigs. So they were three little pigs. They was all grown up, and they were drinking some hot coffee and eating donuts. It was a beautiful sunny day. Some real perfect weather, and the pigs was dressed the same, cause they all work together, and that job ain't really easy, and they work is kinda scary, so they all got water guns. That's their favorite thing to carry, and they'll squirt you more than once if they think it's necessary, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to the story.
Okay, so I get a nine. Free Little Pigs, obviously police officers. A lot of people refer to them as pigs. He said about they all have the same like type of uniform because they all work together. Then turned around and said that he said about the as soon as he said about the coffee and the donuts, I was like, okay, police officers. And then obviously he mentioned about the carrying the water guns around, and they'll squirt you more than once if they think it's necessary. But we'll get to that later because of obviously all the controversy around police officers. But also, I don't know what direction Jordan's going to take this. I don't know what direction Jordan's going to take this, but I feel like at the beginning he kind of pointed out that I'm going to tell you about some bad things that some of them do, but he also didn't point out that they're all bad because they're not. You know what I mean? We gotta be real with that. We gotta keep that in mind. There is a lot of people in uniform that are bad, but there's a lot of people in uniform that are fucking good. Not all of them. So 46.
We all work together, and that job ain't really easy, and they work is kind of scary. So
see, their job ain't really easy. Their work's kind of scary.
Thing to carry, and they'll squirt you more than once if they think it's necessary. But we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to the story.
Okay.
Deep inside the forest was a family of wolves in a pack. Even though they had sharp teeth and they were black, ain't really mean that they'll attack. Just means that they were trapped because the color of their fur made some believe that they was bad. Now, I know that sounds sad, but ain't nobody care, cause the problem with the wolves is they were never treated fair, and no matter where they go, only one thing is clear, that as long as you're a wolf, the pigs gonna be scared. So the forest and the town was separated, and if the wolves wanted to come around, they hesitated, cause they knew they wasn't welcome there. So every time they roamed, they always said a prayer in hopes that they could make it home. The night was getting cold and all the food was running low. And then right here is a picture of some pots on the stove, some empty cabinets, some old bread with the mold. Let me flip the page real quick. Then one of the wolves said they gonna drive up to the store, and so...
Okay, I fucking love the way Joyner's doing this. Joyner it's obvious what he's doing. He's telling the whole fucking story about, obviously, he's saying about the pigs, the pigs in uniform, and then obviously he said about the wolves. You mentioned the wolves' fur is black. And he's obviously talking about how he said that they were never really treated fair, and that just because their fur is black, some people think that they're bad, automatically assume, and they don't understand it, and they've never been treated fair, and all this and that. And it's obviously touching on the obvious race problem that is in some places. But I like the way he's telling it. Like he's telling it to his kid. Like you would tell to a kid. You wouldn't turn around to a kid and say, yeah, there's bad people and they would do this to people of this certain color or this certain ethnicity or whatever. He's not telling it like that. He's telling it. He's getting his point across, but he's telling it in a bedtime story to his kid type of thing. So he's getting his point across, but he's telling it the way his kid will understand and listen. This is storytelling. This is storytelling. This is the correct way to do it, and this is the way Joyner Lucas is fucking cooking. Because Joyner Lucas got on this and goes, "I'm gonna get my point across. I'm gonna tell my little story. People are gonna get it, but they're also gonna be like, okay, free little pigs." It's obviously pigs referring to the police, which a lot of people call them. Obviously, the free little pigs, kind of like the 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 free pigs of, oh, one built a house of straw, one built a house of bricks, all this, and then the wolf blew it down, and he's kind of referring to that type of story. So it's nice the way he's saying like one thing, and you could take multiple things from multiple different places that actually tie into it. This is what I fucking like about Jonah. Holy shit.
Oh,
129.
and then right here is a picture of some pots on the stove, some empty cabinets, some old bread with the mold. Let me flip the page real quick. Then one of the wolves said they gon' drive up to the store, and so he hopped inside his car. And before he cranked the key, put his seatbelt on and buckled up to be as safe can be. Followed every traffic rule on the way from A to Z, and then he went to, man, let me skip to the good part. So after he bought some groceries and he was done for good, then he put the food inside his trunk as fast as he could. Then he started driving perfectly and headed towards the woods until he seen the pig's car and knew this probably wasn't good.
Yep.
The pigs on the prowl started speeding up and yelling loud, "Pull over right now." Turn the car off and throw the keys on the ground and step out and get on your knees and don't even make a sound. The wolf said, "Wow, how is this allowed? I got my license, registration, why you trying to take me down?" And he was real scared cause he knew what the pig's about. So he refused to get out and started speeding to his house. Then he pulled up, hopped out, almost fell down, but ran inside the front door. That's when he locked the pigs out. Then the pigs screamed loud, "Get about this house now, or I'ma huff, I'ma puff, I'ma blow this house down."
There we go. Exactly what I said. The pig reference to the police officers, but then also the pig and wolf, as in, oh, I'll build my house of straw. Oh, he huffs and he puffs and he blows the house down. He huffs, he puffs, he blows the house down. Then he gets to the house of bricks and he doesn't blow. But instead, it's the opposite end, because in the story of the pigs and wolf, the wolf is viewed as the bad one, obviously, because he's blowing the houses down. But in this, it's swapped, and it's the pigs, obviously because of the police officers, and then the wolf and the pigs are the ones saying, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow this house down," because in this section of the story, they are the bad ones. Not all of them, but these ones in particular in this section of the story are the bad ones. So they're gonna huff and puff and blow the house down. Jordan, for fuck's sake, the way you've done this, the way you've storytelling, the way you've taken it from that little story, from the name that people refer to as police officers, the way you've taken it together and just pieced it together is so fucking good.
Speeding to his house, then he pulled up, hopped out, almost fell down.
It's obvious what
ran
he's done,
inside the
but it's
front
still
door.
great.
That's when he locked the pigs out. Then the pigs screamed loud, "Get about this house now, or I'ma huff, I'ma puff, I'ma blow this house down." And now they got the house surrounded, pointing all their water guns, about to shoot some water rounds. Kicked the door down, and all they heard was water sounds. That's what happens when the pigs fear you. So here's the moral of the story with a clear view. No matter who you're with, or where you're at, or where to, there's always gonna be 3 little pigs living near you.
Mmm.
Good night, buddy.
I like that little part at the end whenever he says "good night, buddy," and you hear him close the pages and you hear him closing the book, because that was the bedtime. So, okay, okay. Bro, Joyner fucking killed that shit. The way he fucking done that, I've explained it. Like, it's so obvious, right? I didn't need to sit here and explain it to y'all. Y'all got it. But it was just the point of, I felt the need to say it for anybody who just maybe didn't get the pig and the wolf reference of the story until he said about the Huff and Puff. I just felt that he just did it because it's so good, and I had to give him credit for taking those multiple things and putting in the one. But I like that part there as well. Whenever he says they have the house surrounded, they kick the door down, and then you hear the water gun squirt. And obviously, in real life, that's gonna be gunshots. They're gonna get in. They're just gonna shoot, and whoever's in that house is dead. Plain and simple. They're just gonna go in and shoot. But for the sake of keeping a PG for the kid, teaching this kid about the problems of judging the wolf because they're a wolf and because they have the black fur, so they might be intimidating to some, like these pigs, for whatever reason. This is the way of saying it. Oh yeah, no, they kicked the door down, they shot him with water guns, but in obviously reality, they shot him. But it's the way Joyner fucking did it, the way he took it, he transferred it to a children's story, he got his point across, he did that whole thing about race and the problem with the police officer, some police officers, sorry, and people who are living within those areas, or just police officers don't like the look of a certain person, the way this shit can happen. And the way he turned around and says, no matter where you live, there will always be free little pigs around that area. So there'll always be those bad ones somewhere. There's going to be ones that don't have an issue with you. There's going to be ones that are going to be happy enough. There's going to be people live together, but there's always going to be free little pigs, whether it's a person in uniform or even people who just live in your fucking neighborhood or outside your neighborhood or see you fucking walking or driving by on the street. There's always going to be those free little pigs that are going to have that fucking problem with you. So I think Jordan perfectly represented that. I think he did perfectly. That was great. And I love, like I said, the way throughout it, he was like, "Let me get to the good part." You hear him turn the pages. Then at the end, he turned the pages. You heard the book close, and he says, "That's it, good night," and it was the end of the story. So Joyner, every time I think Joyner can't fucking amaze me more, he fucking does it. I don't care if it's simple, bro. It's not the point of it simple. It's the way he done it. He took something simple, he took something that needs to be taught to younger people, like his son, and that he wants and needs to teach his younger son about, for to be protective and safe. He needed to teach him it, and he just took it and goes, right, this simple fact, this is, I'm gonna put it to you simply, but I'm gonna be creative with it. And he did it in his own way, put his own little twist on, and it was fucking brilliant. But I ain't gonna waste any more of your time, bro. Joyner Lucas fucking killed this shit. That was Free Little Pigs. That was fucking great. We're gonna move on to the next song. We're gonna see what else the album has to offer. I think we only got 3 songs left, and then we finish the album. I can't wait to finish it so I can have it on repeat. But once I finish it, I'm gonna be sad. But for now, think positive. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. So what? Peace.